latest addition to the AEW roster. She is the CEO of AEW, Mercedes Moné. As a member of the Chaotic family, who's the only sure thing in wrestling?
There's only one sure thing in wrestling, and you're looking at her.
Oh!
Mercedes Moné.
That is Mercedes Money. She's a multiple-time world champion. She's a future.
And James, make sure you say it right. It's Mercedes Moné. Okay.
Mercedes Moné.
That is our own Jay Stu, who somehow ingratiated himself into the world of wrestling.
But then undid it all by saying Monet as opposed to Moné.
Yeah.
I mean...
Moné, which is good to know. He effed it up.
Yeah, he did.
How the hell did James Stewart get you on the phone?
Exactly. How?
Okay, I have a question. Okay, so Mercedes Moné. Moné.
We call it money.
Moné, thank you.
I like to
the
make
same
that
mistake.
money.
I apologize. I'm going to screw it up, man. And it's no disrespect.
But what do you like to make? Do you like to make money?
Friends.
Oh, okay.
Fellowship.
That's nice.
Money means nothing to me. That's
Money
why I'm in
means
radio.
everything to me. Money changes everything.
It does. It does. Especially when you get divorced, you give lots of it away. AEW Dynamite and AEW Collision are coming this Wednesday and Thursday. There are two shows. This is the power of the AEW.
Yes.
Is that there are two shows to MGM Music Hall. Tickets are available at AEWTIX.com. Oh, the entourage is interested in you.
Wow.
Miss Moné came in. She has a full entourage.
I got my money team with me, absolutely.
Yes, and everyone else is dressed appropriately for this hour. I'm impressed that you put on.
Memo.
Yeah, no, you put. You're
good.
dressed for people on the radio. You are dressed in a like a sequined jacket.
Yep.
Your hair is perfect. You're obviously very attractive.
I think you're dressed how Bill Belichick's girlfriend aspires to
Oh,
dress.
yeah. I've seen pictures of that.
I think you have attained the level that she one day hopes to reach.
She's trying too hard, though.
I absolutely hope everybody wants to be a CEO of their own lives. I'm just doing my CEO life on a daily. This is who I am.
All right. So you have a bunch of belts in front of you. Are these are of wonder to people? People can watch this on YouTube. These are all your wrestling belts?
These are all my wrestling titles. We have the United Kingdom British Championship from Rev Pro. I'll be defending these titles April 20th, so that's either Saturday or Sunday in the UK. And then I am the TBS champion, which you can watch every Wednesday on TBS, AEW Dynamite. And now I am the New Japan Strong Women's champion, which is New Japan.
All right, let's review all of this.
Yes.
Okay, so you have two shows this week in Boston. Now, you live in Boston.
I am from Boston.
You're
I
from
live in Orlando now, but I am up in Boston every other week because my mom and my brother are still here.
Okay, cool. So you are in Boston. So you're performing this week in Boston, which is obviously probably very special to you because of your ties here and everything.
It's home.
And then you go to the UK.
I leave on Friday to the UK. Yep.
All right. How many days a year are you on the road?
Ooh, maybe 300 days out of the year.
Okay, because you wrestlers, it's like unlike any other entertainment business.
Absolutely, yes.
It's unbelievable.
It's year-round. We have no off-seasons. We wrestle weekly. We travel weekly to different states, countries, everywhere. It doesn't matter.
At what point can you heal? Like, at what point does because you guys are obviously...
Is this wood, knock on wood? The only time you get to have any breaks is when you actually get injured or have like a little mishap is when you get to go home and take some time off to heal your wounds. But other than that, I'm wrestling every day with a hurt piece of my body. Something's hurting me, but it's something that I love to do, and I try like every single day to have the best recovery for myself.
Was that like something you had to learn as you started out, the difference between being hurt and being injured, and
Absolutely.
what you could actually...
And mostly just the recovery part of it all. Like, you have to do yoga, you have to stretch after your matches. All the time after my matches, I'm so sore, I'm so tightened up, and I'm like, don't sit in pain, Mercedes. Go stretch right now so you can rest. Go do some salt baths, meditate, get your mind right before you go back to sleep, and your body all tightens up again. You have to take care of yourself.
Do you do the cold plunges?
I hate the cold plunges, but yes.
Okay. I'm very good at those. I'm very good at those.
How long can you last?
Oh, a tremendous amount of time. Very impressive. When I go to the gym's locker room and I am in the cold plunge, let's just say people are they respect.
It's his
they
claim to
respect what's
fame.
going on.
Yeah.
It's freakish.
It's longer than 2 minutes.
I can do 6, 7. I go all day.
Mercedes, he's so good at it, he will go to the gym specifically to cold plunge and do nothing else.
That's awesome.
Well, listen. When you're already
inspiring.
shrunk, when you're already in a constant state of shrinkage,
Nowhere to go.
Exactly. Your body's. It's like I'm cold all the time.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Our own John Wallach will be in the UK at the same time you will be over
yeah?
there. What type of VIP celebrity status could you grant him for your match and treat him as the way he has become accustomed?
I mean, it's not going to be in London. It's going to be in Doncaster. So if you want to make a nice little 2-hour drive from London there, we can get you beautiful VIP tickets.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
Looking
front
forward
row.
to it. Yeah.
Ready?
Well,
Let's
Come
go.
along.
Make-
Yeah.
Jump in the
make
money
Jay-
train?
Oh, I'm
Make
on board.
Make Chase do very nice. Now, how do you, if you're on the road 300 days a year, do you have to like have relationships with like other wrestlers?
The most part, a lot of people have relationships with wrestlers. Yes, because it's the same field. It's what we do. It's only wrestlers can understand what wrestlers do.
Yeah.
It being gone for so long, the hurt of your body, just being a character. So yeah, there's a lot of love in AEW.
Okay, so right, because you guys are on the road together. Because have you tried to like have a relationship outside of wrestling, and it's just like impossible?
I haven't tried because I have no time.
Right.
To try.
Right.
Yes, I haven't tried.
But you've never met anyone and been like, "Wow, this is like someone I could like fall in love with," and then my career unfortunately is taking me away from them.
No. Not when you are a champion of 4 titles. This is my love right now.
Okay.
This is my baby. This is my.
And you always wanted to do this. You've always wanted to be.
I always wanted to be a wrestler since I was 10 years old.
Okay,
Yes.
so you were 10 years old and you were in the Boston area when you were
I
10
was
years.
in Iowa at the time.
Okay, so take us through. Okay, so you're not. When did you come to Boston already?
I came to Boston when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I'm from Iowa. But I was watching, we had no cable. We had nothing. And I was just scrolling through the channels one day at like 2 in the morning, and SmackDown came on TV. And I was like, what is this? This is so interesting. This is so different, especially being a woman watching this or a little girl. And my mom came into the room and she said, please turn this off. This is terrible. You need to go to bed. You can't be watching wrestling at 2 in the morning. But there was just something that just captivated me to want this, to do this. So I went into my brother's room, turned back on wrestling, and just instantly fell in love. And this light just came into my soul. It was like, this is your soul calling, Mercedes. You're going to be a professional wrestler one day. And then I turned 18, went up to North Andover in Massachusetts and joined the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Nice. After that, I got signed to WWE, and I was with them for 10 years. And now I am with AEW as the TBS champion.
Okay, what did they do at the Wrestling Academy?
They teach you the basics of wrestling. They teach you the foundations of wrestling, how to fall, how to hit the ropes, how to body slam somebody, how to suplex somebody.
How bad does it hurt at first? Like even hitting the ropes.
The ropes hurt so
Right, because that's like the
bad.
thing. You don't think as like someone who doesn't like never been in
You
there.
have to force your whole body against these ropes so they can push you off. So you can either hit a flying tackle, a flying clothesline, or you're just propelling yourself off the rope so you can hit the other ropes on the other side. My first week of training, I had bruises all over my body just from the ropes alone.
Did you have some like notion that you would be into this? Were you a tomboy as like a little girl? Did you like to play rough?
I was a tomboy as a little girl.
Because you're very feminine.
Yeah.
Like you have a whole
really
feminine thing
till
happening.
I was born in California, but it wasn't till I moved to Iowa and I lived with my auntie and her son. Really taught me about being this tomboy life. He loved race car driving. We went into the cornfields. He taught me about hunting.
The big hick.
Yeah, a really big hillbilly in Iowa. And that's where I really got more of my tomboy-esque into
Okay.
it. But I've always been somebody that's always wanted to stand up for myself. And
Right.
if you're going to mess with me, I'm going to fight back. And that's just my nature.
Okay, so you go to this academy and they teach you how to do it. You know you're athletic enough to do it. You're obviously a beautiful woman, and that helps in the wrestling world, I would assume. And so what is the next step from there? So you're at this wrestling academy now. Are there like scouts out there? How do you put yourself out there for
There's
other
scouts
people?
everywhere in wrestling, but for me, my goal and my dream was to go to Mexico and Japan and just level up to get my name recognized in the world of wrestling. But WWE would come in town, and every time they were in town, I would email them and being like, hey, if you guys need any extras or, a hand backstage, I would love to be a part of it. I got an email back being like, yes, you can be an extra. And I was an extra about 3 to 5 times. So every time I went and they saw me, I always try to level up or always try to take whatever criticism they gave me so I can be better and just so that I'm adaptable to them. And then one day, William Regal called me and said, hey, we want to give you a week-long tryout with the WWE down in Tampa, Florida. So this is your chance and opportunity. So at 19, I went down to Tampa, had a week-long tryout with some of the biggest names that you see today. Sami Zayn was in my tryout. Nice. Who else was in my tryout? Dax, who's in AEW, was in my tryout. Angelo Dawkins was in my tryout, who is in the WWE. So many people who were selected in that tryout. And,
what's the tryout? Like, what happens there? It's
a week long of just conditioning, hitting the ropes, doing rollings, going to 4 different rings, and just being burnt out to see if you can make it.
How much of it is performance? Like, how much are you graded on your performance outside of?
It's all about performance. It's all about looks and adaptability. If you can be coachable.
Because the technicality part can be fixed or improved upon, but it's like, do you have that presence about you?
Yes, and do you have that passion, that drive,
right.
that no-say attitude? It's all about that energy that you bring into the room.
So do you know James Stewart?
I know of James Stewart. Okay. My good friend Mark Sherman.
Okay, now do you go to the Kowloon while you're in town?
Of course, I always go to Kowloon's. Okay. Hello, Andy.
All right, so Andy,
he
what's
always
the
takes care of me.
What's the because you lived here.
Yes.
What is the magnetic pull of the Kowloon in the wrestling?
That poo-poo platter.
Right.
It's
very brown.
That beef teriyaki stick.
Saugus wings.
Saugus wings. You can't go wrong. And it's just the energy that Andy brings to the table. Like, he is just so welcoming. He hosts all the wrestlers. He hosts so many people who come into the city, and he just makes it feel like home for us.
Would you go to the Kowloon before you were a wrestler
yes,
to
I can
find?
Look at the pictures all around and be like, I hope I can be on here one day.
Isn't it weird? I always say there's one super unique thing about New England that it has that no one else has. Is a gigantic Chinese restaurant that every wrestler goes to. Yeah, in the middle of this garbage road.
That's weird too.
In the middle of garbage, it's got this big ass Chinese restaurant that's always full. That by the way is tied to wrestling.
It's not a barbecue joint that rodeo guys go to in Dallas. That would make that you can kind of connect the dots there.
It's a cool place because sometimes they have comedy night, karaoke night. It's a good family fun restaurant.
No, you don't have to pay there, I would imagine.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't even have to pay at the Kowloon. Do you leave a tip or do you just walk out?
I always leave a tip.
Okay, you
Absolutely.
do. Now, you are traveling with a massive entourage, and some of them are filming you. Now, do they film everywhere you go?
Yeah, we need to capture every moment of the day. It's it's beautiful.
It's exhausting.
It's something that I want to look back at, knowing this journey
that I've
been on.
You can make your own documentary, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. There you go.
Well, of course, she's making her own documentary. Now, are these your childhood friends, or are these people that you picked up along?
I have my assistant. I have someone that helps me with my social media. I have my advocate here.
What's an advocate?
My advocate. He's my number one person that advocates for me. He believes in me. He pushes me. He drives me, and he's there to lead me to my whole new life.
I gotta get one of those.
I've never heard.
Everybody needs an advocate in their life.
Staff.
Now, do you pay these out of your own? Are these employees of yours?
These are my employees. Yes.
Oh, wow. That is impressive.
Goodness.
Thank you.
And they travel with you everywhere?
Everywhere I go.
Wow. Overseas, they will be in the UK.
They'll be in the UK with me, yeah.
And the AEW doesn't pay for that. You pay for that.
No, we have AEW help us with that. Thank you so much, Tony Khan. We appreciate you.
Tony Khan, who is the Jacksonville Jaguars
and the owner of
son.
AEW.
And the owner of AEW.
Yeah.
That's right. He's the owner of the AEW. And the AEW is red hot right now.
It's so red hot. We are here for 2 nights, tomorrow night and Thursday, for AEW Dynamite and Collision on Thursday for Spring Breakthrough. I'm going to be performing and wrestling against Athena, who is the longest Ring of Honor champion of all time. She's held this title for over 800 days.
Wow.
insane. And she is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. So I have goosebumps for tomorrow. It's been one of my dream matches. Before I even made it to WWE, I had my eyes on Athena. So this is something for me that I'm really, really excited for.
800 days is long enough.
800 days is long enough. You know, I have 4 titles and people say that's enough. Like, that's too much. I think holding a title for 800 days, you're holding that a little ransom, but I'm about to slap some money taste into her mouth tomorrow.
All right. What about the fabulous Moolah?
What about her? Yeah, she held it way too long.
Yes, the fabulous Moolah. She was
Over
not
like
so
1,000
attractive.
days. No, she wasn't.
She was not very attractive.
No.
The women wrestlers back then were could be described as unattractive, and now
Some of them were beautiful, but some of them had just, you know, just that fight to them.
yeah.
You know?
Like in the '70s, they didn't seem so much to care about
You
that.
know, but back in the day when people were 30, they kind of looked like they were 70.
Absolutely.
You know, it's
That
a
is
whole
absolutely
new,
true.
Day and age.
All right. Well, listen, Bird. Did you were here? Or did
He
you
has,
have any?
he has questions written down.
Look
All
at
right,
it.
you can-
I like that.
You
It's
already-
not typed out. It's personalized.
Well, listen.
Oh, boy.
He's a college graduate, by the way. Go ahead, Bird.
Did you get your gear out of the customs yet? I saw your
No,
tweet
but
yesterday.
it's gonna be coming soon.
Wait, you got gear?
what?
You got gear cut at customs?
Yes, I had gear made in France. It was supposed to be here last Thursday, and I got that notification that it's stuck in custom and that they needed my social security, my EIN. I'm like, what?
You got to
Get
be
your
very careful
advocate
about
on
that.
this.
Yeah. What?
I got my assistant on it, and it's
Okay.
taken care of.
All right. Well,
So we will have my gear.
well, I hope the advocate at least kept your spirits up during the process.
It always does.
All right, and Bird, one final question. So pick a good one.
So you're in the Owen Hart tournament.
I am.
Huh?
Owen Hart tournament.
Okay.
All
It's a
right.
tournament
The
AEW
Owen
has
Hart
every year.
Foundation.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You're saying it as if we all know.
I'm sorry.
Talk to us like we're idiots. Like it's a mirror.
So you're in the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament.
Yes.
You defeated, I forgot her name, in the first round.
Good question.
Oh my God! Now you're making me want to
Jesus
defeat it.
Christ, Bird.
Jeez.
What is the question?
I defeated Julia Hart in the
Okay,
first
you
round.
Listen, there's 300 matches
Last
a
week,
year.
I had a pay-per-view against Julia Hart. She's a former TBS champion, and I defeated her in the first round.
Okay.
And now I am facing Athena tomorrow.
Was that your
My
question? Who did you defeat in the first round?
No, it's the Owen Hart tournament. If she wins this whole thing, she gets the chance to be the AEW Women's Heavyweight
Okay.
Champion.
title. Yes.
That's all.
Heavyweight champion.
I'm coming for title number 5.
Is there a lower weight class than heavyweight?
No, that's the AEW Women's World Title is pretty much the most grandest title in
Right,
AEW.
right,
I
right.
mean, I think I hold the grandest with the TBS title just by the way that I'm carrying it. I am the greatest TBS champion of all time.
Well.
But I'm all about the gold. I'm all about the money, and I want more championship gold. So if I win this Owen Hart tournament, I get to go on to All In Texas and, possibly I will beat Tony Storm.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, well,
All right,
these
there you
are these are big promises.
And she's cousin
So-
with Snoop Dogg, too.
Yep, I saw
Yes,
that.
everybody knows that.
Yes, everyone knows that. It was a
didn't think
very
everyone-
obvious question. I didn't want to bother her with that.
Oh, boy.
Of course, she was in Iowa. Of course, she's cousins with it.
Right, that's a good guess.
Connect the dots.
I mean, we all had the.
We got to use the corn for something, right?
We all had the chronic. All right, Mercedes Moné.
Got it.
Not bad.
How about
Well
that?
done.
AEW Dynamite and AEW Collision are coming to the MGM Music Hall at Fenway in Boston on Wednesday, April 16th and Tuesday, April 17th, respectively. For tickets, I like how it says that. Tickets for both shows available at AEWTIX.com. What a treat to meet you. Congratulations on all the success. Anyone from Boston that's had any success. Very rare, and congratulations being
Thank
the
you so
exception to the
much.
rule.
Thank
Exception
you.
to the rule. We will be back in just a moment.